Hello, 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 hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We 2, 3 minutes early, but that's early. Bird get the first worm. But man, thank y'all for joining us on this Tuesday. Y'all can be anywhere else, but y'all here with us. Man, this is your host, Anthony London, with Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast. Here at Mindset Therapy, we are here. Look, y'all have to excuse me. I've been having a bad day, man. The day is the anniversary of my brother being murdered, so I'm kind of off. I know you asked me that earlier, Mike, and I didn't answer. One of y'all did, but y'all got to really bear with me. People see you and think you just Iron Chest Charlie, but sometimes it do catch up
Yes.
with and just
Yes.
so happened to be, last year I was all right. This year, it's kind of heavy on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here at Mindset
Understand.
Therapy, men, women, and children believe in themselves again. We offer 7 simple strategies to developing a positive mindset, and we stand on that. Look, man, I'm not saying this for man, you need God, because if you don't have God, man, ain't no way in the world a person can lose loved ones in a form or fashion of being murdered, because you know uh natural death and murder is two different emotions. You're
Yes.
dealing with anger, you're dealing with you questioning yourself, because this caught me in my change. Even if the streets caught up with them, even if they went to jail, you still gonna feel the same. You still gonna wake up and that person not here. My brother, both of his sons, my baby godfather, my daughter godfather, all my uncle, all murder, and I can go on and on with, but I mean back to back. This ain't, just something that happened like, all right, yeah, wait a couple of years. Now this was bam, 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 bam. I'm a
Right.
human being. I'm a human being, but a real close person told me some words today, and it gave me a lot of strength. You know what I'm saying? It gave me tremendous strength, because my day is wrecked. I mean, wrecked, and I didn't plan that either. My day so wrecked to where my son, he don't even know what's going on with him, and he in the dumps, but he feel it. It's a familiar spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now he realized what's going on. He know why he been feeling like that. You feel what I'm saying? But we human beings, man. People look at our family like we don't need this and that, man. We hurt too. We hurt too. We
Yeah.
struggle. We struggle spiritually. But God is good, bro. Because if you don't have that personal relationship with Him, bro, I don't see nobody getting through this on their own.
No.
Nah, it's not humanly possible, bro. And I've been on and off all day. Man, my man been hitting me, and my mind been saying, man, hit him back. But man, and I don't do this. You feel me?
Right.
Man, my
Yeah.
coach, Mike, man, go ahead and introduce our special guest we got today, bro, because I'll be boogers and snots before it's over. But
Hey, man, first and
excited
foremost,
about this,
man.
bro, and I can't wait. Go ahead.
Yeah. First and foremost, man, my line stays open to you. I am human. So having said that, I was able to detect some was wrong, and then I seen the post. And when I seen the post, already having, been informed about it prior to, I already knew that, you were taking it hard today. So my thing was, one, to keep checking up on you, but two, to give you your space, because I'm Michael Robinson, and I've been defeated. But that guy upstairs, God, yeah, he hadn't lost one yet. So having
Not
said
you.
that, I knew that you needed, your time, your space. So I allotted that, you know what I'm saying? And but God, man, everything's gonna be good. You know, like we say, man, he ain't gonna bring us to it if he ain't, if he ain't gonna complete it, man, he ain't gonna take us through it,
Yeah.
I'm fully aware of what's going on, and you already know, man. You have uh, my deepest love, man. You know what I'm saying, and I'm here
Oh,
any given time. I'm needing that, and that goes without questioning. But having said that, man, we got a special guest tonight, a dear friend of mine, and a spiritual advisor of mine, a
right.
mentor of mine. After tonight, his phone is probably gonna ring it because he's gonna have a lot of more spiritual mentors, that he needs to overshadow and guide. But without further ado, man, this is my brother. Uh, this is Ian, my spiritual advisor. We met under strange circumstances. And before I take off, let me share that real quickly. So, for those of you that have been following me, I was incarcerated for 30 years. I had a life sentence for first degree murder. And oftentimes I would go to church, but I would go to church for the wrong reasons. I'm just gonna be palms up. I'm gonna be, totally transparent here. And a lot of times, just to get off the dorm, the church has air conditioner, or they may be giving, some food or some gifts, and the church would fill up, for these type of events. But it was this gentleman and the prison ministry that he brought forth that captured my attention. I had been, tiptoeing here and there. I know the Bible. I was raised, came from a good family, but I shared with Brother Roberts, that I'm a hard shell, man. And when you penetrate, you penetrate. So I would often go into the church and sit in the back of the church with my head down and be like, oh, here go another one. You know what I'm saying? They up there talking all this, that, and this, but they get to go out on the other side of that gate. I got to go back in the hallway and deal with this buffoonery, you know. But after hearing this brother here, his transparency and his message, not only from him and his team, I made a point every time they were on the schedule, I would be in the building. And I went from the back seat, I started moving up rows, moving seats, and eventually I shook his hand. And I can still remember shaking his hand, and I kind of leaned into him. I embraced him to let him know, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because unbeknownst to you, man, your words are not falling on deaf ears. I hear you. I hear you, and I believe, and I receive. So, having said that, man, Brother James Roberts, we welcome you. It
Yeah.
is an honor. It is a pleasure. And hey, man, just like my brother Anthony said, I know this one fixing to knock him out the park, Rick. Yeah,
Right.
so I ain't gonna even hold you up, man. But if you will, man, just kind of tell the people where you're from and a little bit about you, man. Where you come from, your walks of life.
Well, my name is James Robinson. I'm born and raised, homegrown, from Third Ward, Texas. Like yourself, raised up in the church, man. But somewhere around about 15, man, my life took a real bad turn,
Mhm.
and I began to do and run to the streets. I ran away from home, and in running away from home, man, I ran to the streets, and we all know that when you run to those streets, man, the streets can look glamorous and all that, and it can supply all you need. But in running to the streets, man, it kept me running to the prisons, man. And all my life, man, from 15 up to as soon as I turned 18, I was on the Ferguson unit.
Right,
And
Mm.
from
right,
that point on, man, I just continued, man. I couldn't stop. I wanted to, man, but I couldn't. Uh, but one day, man, but God,
but God,
one day, just like you, Mike, I was sitting there and I was crying really in
right,
myself. My soul was crying, but a Christian seen me. And he happened to be a homeboy that I knew from the street.
right.
And the first thing he told me, he said, man, and a lot of people made on this podcast, and I know you don't know it, Mike, but they used to call me Acock on the street.
Okay,
So he said, man, Acock. He say, man, could I talk to you? I say, yeah, Keith, what's happening? He say, man, I used to love that burnt orange Cadillac you had, man.
Right.
And you used to always tell us, man, when something go wrong with it, man, you took it to Bland Curve Cadillac where you bought it at.
Yeah.
So I ran back Mike, man, and puffed up. You know how we can be.
Right.
And
Right.
I puffed up like that. And when I began to puff up, he said, well, man, could I ask you a question? And I'm laying to fight and die by this. I say, what, Keith? He said, well, why you keep taking yourself to other things, man? You got more sense about your Cadillac than you got about your life. Ain't you tired yet?
Yeah.
And it
Ooh.
all started right there, man. It started there, and he told me about Jesus, and I knew him, but
Yeah.
then that started the personal relationship.
Right.
And I'm in the county jail, and I got a reputation. Ain't my first time. This my last time, so I
Right.
done been through there. And you saying no, ACOC ain't no, that ain't And my prayer, Mike, then and started at. I said, God, I'm for real with this. I'm tired.
Right.
And you got to show up and show out in my life, man. Help me to stand where I can't stand. Your
Right.
word says you'll keep me from falling. And if I do fall, you're going to send some angels to catch me for
Definitely.
my
Mm.
feet hit the stone. So God began to do this in my life, man, and my life changed, Mike, just similar to yours.
Most definitely.
Man, it was from then on, man, it was point blank. And I seen it so clear. But I remember this day, man. I come from court and my sinners beat me back to the tank.
Yeah.
And when I get back to the tank, they saying, oh man, and the tank quiet. I said, man, what y'all quiet? I'm smiling and everything. What y'all quiet for?
Yeah.
Man, bro, we heard that you got 50 and two, three of the little brothers riding there say, well, that King James going in the corner.
Yeah.
I went to silently praying because I really wanted to get with him, Mike. I
Right.
really did.
Right.
I might let you get away with playing with me. Don't play with my God.
Right.
And,
Right.
and I told God, I said, God, you keep me from standing, man. Let me be a beacon of light in this
Mhm.
darkness for you.
Most
And
definitely.
I said, wherever I go wherever you send me at. You just got to go with me. I can't go alone, man.
Right.
Oh,
And man, it started from that, man. And I can remember, and I want to share this, man, because when you get saved, people think you all fixed and everything.
Right.
And I can remember on that same tank, a dude approached me that morning and telling me about he finna turn the TV. I said, turn what TV? I said, man, y'all been asleep on this tank during this time. And this day right here, get ready, get ready. TD Jakes coming on. Please don't touch that tank, man. And don't touch that TV. And man, it went one way from another and turned around. He touched that TV, man, and I touched him.
Most
And,
definitely.
and then they
Understandable.
was, yeah, and they began to tell me, say, man, we know you wouldn't. I said, man, look here, y'all ain't hip to the fivefold ministry, and
Nope.
I ain't, I ain't right there. I say, but man, y'all just leave me alone, man. Let me do this time right here, man. Ease, man. Let me do it with the Lord.
Right.
And unbeknown, man, they shipped me off to a all gang related unit called the All Red Unit.
Right. Right. Right.
And,
Right.
and, and when I pull up, they was Mike, they was shipping body bags up, and they had just had a ride. I say, Lord, I say, I don't know. I say, Lord, I'm sorry I beat that dude up, man. I ain't know he was gang related. I
Right.
say, but God, I just wanted to see me some Jakes, and he talking about some Selena.
Yeah.
I didn't care about no Selena. You,
Right.
yeah, I'm trying to feed my soul.
Right.
But man, God began to walk with me, man. I began to read in his word. The only thing that I read that I could really understand was the Bible. And
Mhm.
I read it and I began to hide it in my heart.
Right.
And it began to help me walk, man. And God did something like the easiest time I ever did was the 10 years.
mm.
Didn't have no altercations. Pulled up when I went to the holiday unit. The first person I see down there is an old sergeant. He'd have made assistant warden.
Right.
And I say, hey there, warden. Well, he
Yeah.
say, come here, old thing.
Yeah.
And I go, and God began to work, put me in positions, kept me
Right.
there 2 years,
Favor.
put me in commissary. Yeah, so I seen the favor, man, and saying that, man, on that all red unit. Mike, I seen some things, man, I ain't never seen before.
Right.
You know, they was taking body bags off every day, man. Yeah, it wasn't really no fight. It was always a killing. You didn't never know. You had to keep your head on a swivel because you
Mm.
At
don't never
all.
know where the hit is going down and everything.
Right.
And man, God kept me, man. I
Yeah.
mean, no altercations, man. Everybody that was speaking, that was somebody, knew something about this little old James Roberts, man. And look here, man, God gave me favor. Walked on the unit, man, until I came home. But man, when I come home, man, I wasn't ready for what God had in plan for me.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'd missed off a family,
Right.
you know, in and out of the prison, man. Been in prison 6 times, one on a violation at 5 different TDC numbers.
Ooh.
You know,
Mm.
all I had time to do was, man, go out there and make some babies and then go back to prison, man.
Right.
You know, hustling that really ruined my life, man. But God began to reshape it.
Mhm.
The kids went to coming back. Mom and dad and them went to seeing the change, man. And I just fell in love with Jesus, man. You know, he really become my drug of choice, man.
Most
And the
definitely.
reason why I say my drug of choice is, man, because you know I'm a recovering addict, man, addicted to anything that make me feel good. But
Right.
on the flip side of making me feel good, it kept me all messed up. And when I realized that I had an addictive behavior,
Right.
I just replaced it. So I
Right.
didn't struggle with what to do. I just say, wait a minute, man, if I put Jesus in the place of
Right.
that right there, he
Right.
gonna make me feel good. And on the flip side of that, man, he gonna take care. He gonna ride with me, man. And
Right.
man, it just become easy. But man, when I got out, just imagine never working on a job and you getting out of prison at 43 years old.
Mm. Mm.
You'd have made second parole on the fifth after doing 10 flat.
Right.
Man,
Second
God had
parole.
yeah, second parole. Look here, I did the 6 years to come up. They gave me three. Then they told me I had so much favor, Mike, that a lady I was working in the front office. The
Right.
lady told me, say, let me tell you something, Mr. Roberts. You know, you I can make you make parole if you just admit that you was a drug addict.
What?
And I told her, I say, man, look here, I can make parole cause I is. I say, look at my record. She said, I done looked at your record, but you keep telling us you ain't got no drug problem. I said, yes, I do got a drug problem. I say, so she say, what changed that right there? I said, man, I got saved, and I know that I got to be honest with you in this interview. You
Right.
know, and I said not only did I use drugs, but I used people, places, and things.
Most
And
definitely.
I realized that I harmed a lot of people.
Most
Because you
definitely.
know, we have this mentality, Mike, when we out there in that world, we think that the only person we are hurting is us.
Hmm.
Man, but this time, man, it was different. Man, I began to see the hurt on my mama's face, the
Right.
hurt on my daddy's face, the hurt on the children's face. And
Right.
then that woman that done bore 4 children from it, man, she destroyed.
Right.
You know, and they hear I got 50, man. They think, look here, the dog even ran away.
Right.
You know,
It's over. Game over.
so yeah, it's game over, man. And little that they know, man. I was telling them, I said, man, God gonna see me through me, and y'all see me faster than y'all think you will. And I just put my faith in God, and my prayer was, Mike, was that God, when I go home, man, you can keep me home.
Yeah.
I said, I ain't asking you to not give me the not be found. When I leave this place and I leave this time, allow me to stay out.
Mm.
And I can stand to say right now, December, man, it'd be 23 years
Ooh.
that I've been free, man. And you talking about a person, man, that I couldn't stay out 30 days.
Most
Mm.
definitely.
Yeah, I
But
set
God.
one record and yeah, but God, man, I set one record and break it.
Right.
But God began to work in my life, man, and I came out and I found a job, man, through a friend that was part of the little clique, and he was a manager. He
Yeah.
gave me a job, and when he gave me the job, he told me, he say, man, I know you ain't gonna stay with this money, and the minute you get ounce money, man, you gone back to the streets. I know it. I said, no, man, it's a new song, man, a new dance to me this time.
Right.
And man, little bit no, man, I stayed there 18 months, man, and got to be supervisor, went to making some pretty decent money.
Right.
You know, matter of fact, I met my wife. That's where I met my wife at, man. She was
Right.
And man, life began to go and flow, man. But God began to open doors, man. He granted me a business, man. My children coming back to me.
Right.
Got a home, man. Got married, man. God has just been awesome. But
Mm.
I still wasn't connected, though, Mike.
Okay. Talk
I,
about
I,
it.
I didn't. I wasn't connected. So, and that God is blessing me, and I'm still on it, and I'm still praying, but I ain't connected to nobody, a believer.
Right.
So the enemy starts sending old acquaintance and everything. And I can remember the day, man, vividly. Man, I got a phone call, and the brother told me, say, man, I'm the man. He saying it's a new thing in town. You used to like it when you was a little old kid. He said they don't call it Robitussin no more. I said, oh man. I said, man, nah, I ain't with that. He said, man, now hear me out now, man. He said, man, because guess what, man? I'm the man. And look here, if you just tell me that you can move 30 gallons, sign on, man. They told me you having money. You got 4, 5 trucks. You got a business and everything. And Mike, I got to shoot straight from the hip, man.
Yeah, man.
I thought about it.
Yeah. That's
I
that
thought
core.
about it.
Yeah, that's that
Yeah,
flesh.
yeah. Man, because I ain't hooked up.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but God had a ram in the bush that was working on the dock with me, unbeknowing he was the armor bearer of PK.
Okay.
And I told him about it, and he said, man, look here, man. We see you praying before you go to work and everything, man. Come to Bible study. And I went to Bible study, man, changed my life and got me hooked back up and plugged in with some real believers.
Right.
And when I got plugged up, man, the first thing when I went into Summer Creek School was that helping men stand the storms of life, helping and teaching men to stand the storms of life. And I told my wife, I said, this is my church.
Yeah.
She said, well, I'm going wherever you go. I said, well, this is it right here. I said, because I need to be able to stand the storms of life. I said, God has been too good to me.
Right.
And I know that it'll take a twist and a turn, man, because I got an old saying and I still say it because I know I'm capable of being stuck on stupid, sliding on silly, and hanging on ignorant at any time. So I got to stay plugged up and connected, man. And man, it's been good, man. It ain't been easy. And
Right.
brother London, I understand you, man. I do, man, and my heart goes out to you, man, about your family, man, because I know it's times like that. I
Hmm.
have them myself, because I lost my wife, and thank be to God, but God that I'm saying, man, and I
Yeah, man.
understand, brother.
Yeah.
And it's, God has blessed me. He's kept me, man. And the thing about it is that he'll give you a peace in the midst of a storm. See, we think about peace and we think about everything being all right is the peace. But the peace God give us, man, it can be chaos, heartbreak, grief, and everything. God, you see you on this podcast. Yeah, see, God give you the strength to step up to the plate, man. You're there for your wife, you're there for your son, right there, and it's the peace of God, man. And man, God is so good, man. I just, I'm ecstatic, man. I even like being on this platform. I've been looking at y'all, peeping at y'all, because I know that, I really thought in the beginning that the only ministry that was in me was prison ministry, because I love to go give back and
Right.
been in prison as many times. It's hard for me to step on a unit that don't nobody know me, and sometimes it's not even me saying nothing, just me showing up consistently.
Right.
But man, God began to speak to me lately in the last couple of months. Man, He said, "Man, there's people out here that's locked up mentally, physically, and spiritually that need to set free, so
Right.
they won't even be there."
Right.
And so I just began to, really wait for opportunities, to tell somebody, man, life ain't got to be like that, man. Let me tell you about somebody that changed my life, and
Right.
just give them a spiel, man. And it's been all right, man. It feels good to be an instrument in the Lord's hand when He go to playing the tune He would have you to play.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And and
And
with
man,
that, man,
I just want to interject, man. It's kind of baffling, man, to hear your testimony. We've never just really, You've seen me. You've seen the seed. You've seen the water. You've seen me blossom. You've seen me wither. I called
Yes,
you
sir.
just a couple of days. Hey man. Hey man. And it's great, like you said, to have that support team. That at whatever hour you can call, and I'm your refuge. I'm your life
Yes,
jacket.
yes,
I'm going to pour into you what fills
yeah,
your cup, what fills your soul. And again, man, mad shout out for that because I needed that.
yes,
I
sir.
needed that. But what I was going to say is, I understand, and it resonated, man, when you said, the use of drugs, anything that took you to that high. And I understand now that crossover, that AI, that transformation, where you feel yourself with 100 cc's of straight gospel. I know what
Yeah.
that
Yes,
means. I didn't
yes,
understand that back then. I know what it
yeah,
means today. So I tell people oftentimes when I say, but God, James Rob, you know.
yeah,
When I say, but God, man, hey, man, it's a massive
yeah,
storm behind but God. And he took me
yeah,
through. He took me
yes,
through it,
sir.
And again, man, and I have to speak to the people and really tell them about some of the things that you spoke about. You spoke about uh, people, places, and things. It is imperative. And for those that don't understand, I'll break it down. It is important. It is a must. It is a need that you surround yourself with
Yes.
people that are there for you. When you're in the mud, when you're stuck, when you don't have but lint in your pocket. You see what I'm saying? People that can open
Mm,
the door and say, well, hey, I don't have $1, but I got, some bacon and grits on the stove. You're more than welcome.
yes, sir.
Brother, I know, you're sleeping in your car. I got a shed or extra room, man, and some blankets, man. Hey, brother, I know you need a job. I don't really have my own business up and running, but I have a good relationship with the supervisor. Maybe I can connect some dots and
Yes, yes,
that support system, man. Or maybe when they come to you and they say, hey, man, I can get you all the gallons of this serve, not Robitussin. I can get you all the gallons of this serve. You won't, because I done already pulled your file. I know you're a head buster. You a go getter. You know what I'm saying? I got you,
yeah,
man. What's up? What's up? Just tell me. I'll be around the corner in a minute.
yeah,
You can pick up that phone, man, or God will send that angel, and they'll tap
yes,
you on the shoulder and they'll tell you, nah, bro, you come too far, man. It's been too much favor, man. You said
yes,
second chance on a 50. Been down 6 times, one on a violation, the other 5 with new numbers. Hey, man, I don't know if you people really understand those frat brothers and sisters. They do.
yeah,
That means the first time a tap at violation, or reprimand. Those other times, you going to prison. And you
Yeah.
heard me say, man, he went to
yeah,
all red. All red is a level 5 unit, maximum security, like the Cofield, the Betos, the Telfords, the Clemens, etc., the Fergusons. Those are the units, man, that they send bad actors. If you think you bad, hey, man, we got a hold for you, man. There's a bunch of bad brothers right here.
yeah,
And they gang related. And then you coming over as a civilian. And you got some age on you. So I
yeah.
can only imagine the favor of God. The favor of God. But Brother
Say,
Roberts, man, go ahead, Ed.
look, man, I got to tell you. First, I'm gonna say, Mr. Rob, you say every time you went back, they gave you a new number, right?
Right.
Yes.
Man, where I'm from, you keep that same number,
Ooh.
and you better remember it too.
You're gonna remember.
Look,
You
look,
gonna remember?
Yeah.
you go to, you go down that walk and hit one of them gates. In some camps, it's bust wide open, but in some camps like Cotton Park, you got a gate everywhere you turn is a gate.
Maximum
And
security.
what? And when you hit that gate, you better know that number.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only time they'll ask you that number if you've been on the compound for a minute. Oh, go ahead, London. I know that's you.
Yeah.
But again, that is from there to there. Man, that's amazing, man. You have to tell people that you have. We don't glorify. See, I don't want y'all to get it misconstrued or get a misunderstanding of what we doing. We're not here to glorify going to jail or being the baddest dogs on the yard. We're
No.
trying to share our story and share our mistakes to some brothers and sisters that might be on the fence or might not have made that mistake yet, and
Right.
maybe we can reel you back in so you don't have to make those same mistakes, or you just
Yeah.
somebody other than us might turn that switch, and you might say, you know what, them brothers was talking about that the other day. In my book, Beating the Game, 7 Steps to Developing a Positive Mindset, man, God blessed me to become an author. And I say 7 steps. The first step, let me tell you how unique this is, what you just talked about. The first step in the book is changing your circle.
Yes.
You got to.
Yes.
It's
It's
changing
a must.
people, places, and things.
Yes.
That's the only that's the only way you're gonna get a fair chance at your change. That's the only way. Because if you try to, there are some brothers and sisters that might could pull it off, but it's gonna be hella hard. It's man, because
Yes.
everybody at your top, every demon under the dark side of the world gonna be at your head. But if you take yourself out that environment and plant yourself somewhere new, nobody don't know you, so you get a fair shake at everything.
Right.
It's your choice to tear that up.
Right.
Yes.
And then see the repercussions gonna be even terrible if you choose, if you make that choice to destroy that new beginning God has blessed you with. See, God blessed me with a new beginning, and I ain't even realize it. I ain't even know.
Mhm.
I ain't even know. I was Rambo, Stevenson guy. Hey, it's look, I'm living. You know how that old saying say, man, look, you could take dog out the yard, but if you put him, he can live anywhere.
Well, yeah.
That was my thinking, but I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't have. I had no idea what was going on. I just was thought I was going with what I had to go with.
Right.
And in my heart and my mind, man, I'm gonna feed my people. They're
Right.
gonna
Yeah.
eat, even if
Yes.
it costs me my life
Yeah.
by any means necessary. But that's how ignorant I was. I didn't know, and God understood that. That's why He spared me.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
shot point blank range with a riot gun, a gun that cut people in half. That cut people in half. Where I got shot at, 99.9% of the people died before they get to the hospital. I died 3 times, had 6 surgeries, 16 blood transfusions. I stayed in ICU 4 months and 2 weeks. When I discharged out of the hospital, I discharged from the IC unit, ICU. I ain't make it to the, I ain't see the regular flow.
Yeah.
My life could have been cut
Over.
short right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But God.
But guess what? I still didn't get it. So I want these people to understand, man. Look, it's all right not to understand, but make yourself feasible. Open up, surrender. If you don't know what surrender is, man, taking your hands off the wheel and let something great yourself.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if it's that coffee cup, mine is God through His Son Jesus Christ. I rather stand on that and I die behind that, straight up.
Yeah.
And I live for that. But at the same time, you might have a different, and it's understandable, but you got to grab hold of something because you can't do it yourself.
Right. Right. Whatever your
I
higher
walked through
power.
this whole day in a fog. I didn't felt that fog before. So the first time I start feeling foggy, I hit my knees.
Yes.
I'm all at the office on my knees praying because I know I need you.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel this feeling like that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Then one of my close family members lost their mother like the day before yesterday. So I don't have time. I got to try to extend
Yeah.
that to him now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't got time to grieve. I don't got time to do all that. But I do have to get it out. See,
Right.
people look at you and think you don't go through nothing, but I go through it. I watch my family, man. My wife got a big old family, but sometimes we feel like we're on the island by ourselves because nobody they on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might think, oh, they don't need nothing. They don't need, man. We need love. We need understanding. We need circumference. We
Come on,
human,
man. Come on, man. Come on.
especially my babies. All right, don't give it to me. Just give it to my babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Give it to them.
Mm.
They deserve that.
Most
They
definitely.
deserve it. They deserve to play with their cousins and experience that family. They do.
Yes.
Can't experience it off my side. All their first cousins are out of it. The ones they had from my brother, they no longer on this earth. But you're blessed
God.
to have a mama side now. So
Yeah.
I want them to experience that, man. But us as a people, we got to get better, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm talking about us, because we can blame everybody else for everything, bro, but don't want to blame ourselves.
Right.
Mm.
If we don't have no kind of accountability whatsoever, none. And I see it so clearly now. But I was that person. I ain't gonna know, man. You better get out of my face. Who?
Yeah.
Who? Not me. Yeah, me. Yes. Yes. So the best I can do right now is give my children the truth.
Yes.
Got to hold on to God. Don't look, forget about me and that. Hold on to God. You're gonna hold on to your mom and daddy. Hold on to
Yeah.
him first.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here. But if you hold on to him first, I guarantee you everything else gonna fall in line.
Yeah. He gonna be there. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All us got a date. He gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
He
Right.
gonna be there. Brother Roberts,
We're not
man.
no biblical scholars, we not no
No,
preachers,
no.
we not no pastors, we just street unadulterated. But
Yeah.
we pray and we believe in
True
God.
testimonies.
So however
Yeah.
you want to spend it, you spend it how you want it. And we don't indulge in mess. We don't do that. We
Yeah.
talk
God
about
don't bless
solutions.
Right.
We talk about solutions. You ain't gonna come in here and get put under the gun. Nah, we don't
Yeah.
do that. We don't got time for that, man. We
Right.
hurt and we cry.
Yeah.
We cry on here. Yeah, gangsters cry too.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Look at this nuts.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I enjoy you, Mr. Roberts. Man, you bring it out. Let's go.
And I would like to just jump in for a minute, man. I was sitting here thinking, man, and now that I'm out and I've had the opportunity to go back in, watch yourself, man, watch yourself, to go
What
back
you say,
in.
Mike? Now
Now
that
that
you
I'm,
out,
now that
I'm
I'm
out
out,
here.
now that I'm out here, I'm
The
free.
real
Fuck
mode.
y'all. Second chance. Big
Guess
reform.
what? They ain't
Yeah.
even know you were gonna be out here, man. You had a
Oh
life
no, they
sentence,
counted
man.
me
You
out.
ain't supposed to be out here.
Yeah, they counted me out. They counted me
You
out. And I
can't be
made
out
first
here.
parole.
Not
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Not you. Not
Yeah,
Michael
not me.
Robinson. Not
Yeah,
you.
not me.
You got a life sentence, man. You can't be out
Right.
here.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna let you out. I bet you can't read. I bet you can't write. I bet you because
Yeah.
you was in that thugging.
It's just the beginning, man. It's just the
Yeah.
beginning.
Man,
Yeah.
that man,
Now that I'm
intellectual
out,
than a person been out here all their life.
now that I'm out, man, and God has blessed me, man, to be out. And God has opened many doors and outlets, man, and aligned me with people and opened those prison doors and assembled a team, not just my story. You know, I like to go in with me, and because I can only give so much, but it sure feel good when you got some ammunition behind you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
when my
sir.
guns stop, hey man, batter up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What daddy say, batter up. I'm the first to
Yeah.
swing.
Yeah.
But I go back in, Brother Robinson, it is a nice thing to give back to the men and women. I haven't been blessed yet to go into a women's unit, but I plan to, and I know God, his time, and I know those doors will open as well. But there is a feeling that overcomes you having once been one of those guys. Again, sitting in the back of that church, head down. Brother Roberts up here preaching, teaching. Albert Yancey up here preaching, teaching. These are brothers that I met, man, in the inside, and now they're on the outside, and they coming back in to pour into my cup, and I'm sitting in the back of the church with a life sentence, and I'm like this here.
Yeah. Tell it.
What possibly can you tell me, man, that's going to tell me, man, you going home, man. Don't lose the faith, man. Don't lose the hope.
Yeah.
What possibly can you tell me? But when I got out, Brother Roberts, I went back in and I experienced that feeling.
Yes.
And I told him, and you were with me, I told him out the shoot, hey, man, don't come up here and hug me because I got on some Jordans or because I'm smelling like Versace. I got on a $200-300 unit. Don't be fooled by illusion.
It's an illusion.
Yes. Hey, man, I'm up on the stage to tell you God is no respecter of person. What
yes,
he done
sir.
for me, life sentence and all, gangster and all, drug dealer and all, drug user and all, murderer and all, God to do for you, man.
What he done for you.
Again, man, I made first parole. And Brother Roberts, you know me, man. I share, my lived experiences with you. Past and present. God been good to me, man. You
yes, sir.
Just say right there, bro, you just been out a small time compared to a lot of people that's been out here 30 years and they still stagnant. And I have that mindset, just like you, Brother Robinson, just like a bunch of returning citizens. Go mean go. Every day my eyes open up, if they even close. But every day they open up and my mental grabs itself and I get on my knees and I think that man upstairs, that higher power, hey, man, I'm on mode.
Mike, see, you do it to me every time. You do it. You brought it up. You shouldn't have never brought it up. You all need to understand what this brother Michael P. just said. He had a life sentence given, handed down. Mm-hmm. Look, no questions, no, none of that. Bam.
Gaffle.
Bam. 30 years have passed. Oh, all right, it's time for they everybody go up for parole. They got people been up 5 times, 6 times on a life sentence. This brother go up the first time. This probably history of Texas. Nobody they sleeping on this. This probably is but it's God. Look, check it out. The victim family wrote a statement. Not saying, oh, we can't sleep. He gonna be out here. No, he a gorilla, he a monster. Man, I don't think the brother is the same he was when he was 1920.
Yeah. We forgive.
Yes.
We found in our heart to forgive this young man. Now is a grown man. And looked at his accolades and everything he done in jail. Let him out. What they do that for? Yeah. But God.
Because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. But Brother Roberts, man, what I want you to share with the people, man, is what it feels like for you going back in those doors. Like you said, you've done time a number of times. You're well respected. You know, a lot of people know you. Some just through hearsay. Same, similar, akin.
Yeah.
What does it feel like, man, to stand on that stage and breathe life? I've said oftentimes on this podcast, a gang member, a pastor, a mother, a father, you're responsible for your sheep. When you open your mouth, you're responsible. Yes. So I'm very careful when I stand before people.
Yes.
There's a saying, when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are.
Who you are. Yes.
And what I want the world to see in me is my authenticity, man. I've done that. I am you, every last one of you. I am you. But God is no respecter of person. Different mindset, different people, places, and things. Hey, man, and he'll do it for you. But Brother Roberts, tell me your personal, get personal with me for a minute. Tell me your personal experience, your personal joy or happiness or peace. Because it's twofold. When you go in there, you think you're feeding them. Hey man, and in turn, and you know, you went with me. In turn, those people will come up to you afterwards and they'll start saying things to you and patting you on the back and letting you know they proud of you. I'm talking about the ones that you was hustling with, the ones that
Yeah,
you was
yeah,
squabbling with, the ones that you wouldn't let people turn that TV with.
yeah,
Say, homeboy, I'm finna get it, man. What for, man?
yeah,
He touched the TV. He took my seat. He moved him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking
yeah,
about them dudes. Man, I'm looking at you, Big Mike. You looking good.
yeah.
Brother Roberts, what it feel like for you, man?
Well, first of all, man, because of God being so good to me, the first time I learned to not be selfish with anything
Bingo.
was when I went back into prison. And I can
Oh,
remember pulling up to the prison and seeing the cyclone fence, and I went to crying like a baby.
mm,
Likewise.
And I went to saying, man, God just used me. I
Mhm.
said, because me being free ain't just for me.
Uh-uh.
There's a whole lot of them behind that fence that need to know that you the same God and no respect of person. So I would get a joy, but I would have an adrenaline that would make me stay silent till it's time to go.
Right.
mm,
Because see, you know how a thoroughbred horse, they have to keep the reins on him tight.
Mm-hmm.
So the Holy Spirit had to hold me in
Tight.
because I had to be in decent and order, and I had to let it. Because every time I went back into prison, man, I wanted to share hope, love, and faith, and I was so full of anxiety because, man, I wanted everybody to feel what I was feeling.
okay.
Yeah.
I wanted everybody, and like yourself, Mike, I didn't want them to get caught up in the clothes, the shoes, and things
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
because the mindset
Mindset
was
therapy.
what right there. See, when you change the mind, the body, and I would focus on things like that. But you know what I feel like? Man,
Hey,
God, you done done it again.
you done
You look
done it
at
again.
you done done it again. You done gave me a chance now to not be selfish.
Mm,
Because anything that was good to me, man, I'd die for you not to have it.
mm,
But God did something in my life this time right here, man. I freely gave it. And
Right.
man,
mm,
it was just it was a giving uh of myself, man, unselfishly. And then, like you said, a team,
Right.
then had the support of a church.
Right.
Man, all that worked hand in hand
Right.
was, and God just began. So when I stepped in, I was on a mission.
Bingo.
Man, and I was like a flute, man, in God's hand. I say, man, play the tune that they need to hear,
Right.
not me. And I
Right.
would always be regurgitating things and then you have to see I knew my audience.
Right.
I lived there. I thought how they
Right.
thought I did the things that they did.
Yeah.
So I knew the points that I needed to make. And
Right.
then I know some people just need to see you coming in there constantly. It
Right.
ain't what you say.
Right.
Your walk can be a testimony.
Yeah.
yeah,
And so I was just honored. I guess I would say I was honored to be an instrument in God's hand to
Okay.
show people, man, that it can be done, but it's through Him.
mm,
Only.
It ain't me, man. And I always would tell him, man, James Roberts can be stuck on stupid sliding on silly and hanging on ignorant. I can
Yeah.
do some real. So don't get it twisted,
Please
right.
don't.
man. It's by my relationship with God, and I just kept God first. And anytime I don't, Mike, because I ain't perfect.
Right.
Anytime I don't, I bring chaos.
Yes.
So I just stayed focused, and I knew that the way I got it was somebody gave me some hope, man, in
Mm,
that place.
Right. In a dark
They
place.
told me it was possible
Right.
that you can get it, you can live and get it out the mud all your life, and you ain't got to live like no hog no more.
mm,
You can get out the mud,
Right.
yeah, and God will strengthen you. So I just wanted to convey that in any way I could.
Right.
Was either just, and I just wanted to be there for the brothers, man. But
Right.
it felt good walking down the hall. And, Mike, this would get me now. I got to be transparent.
Yeah.
come
Man,
on.
I ain't had to walk. I didn't have to walk on that other side of the yellow line, man. I
Walk
walked down
down
the
that
center of the
hallway.
hall, man. Yeah,
The
I
middle of the
walked down the
hallway.
center. Saying when
I
I
couldn't
walk down
believe
this
it.
hall, say, man, I mean, look here.
I'm
I say,
doing this
man,
with
God,
you.
I say, God, look at this. And then the officer escort them, and I tell them about it. And I give them a spiel and say, huh? I
Yeah.
say, yeah, this is what I come to do this right here, man. These my frat brothers right here.
Right. Right.
So and I know it's a chance, man. And this is the thing that can flip y'all system. See,
Right.
they looking for things to
But
stop
I
the
just stop.
recidivist rate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
man, this is us going back, man,
Right.
us giving back.
Right.
But the thing that I like about podcasts is in testifying out here, see, it's not now we need to stop the little homies from going.
Right.
And see, and it takes on, and that's what God has really been dealing with me, Mike. But
Mm-hmm.
man, to make it was an honor, man, to walk down there, and know I can go home, when I came back out there. And then when God has showed up and showed out in that service,
Right.
man, when I walk out of there, I said, man, God, I said, man, there you go again, man.
Yeah.
You
Undefeated.
work it out. You
Yeah.
you you work it out. And now when I went in the women's prison,
Right.
it blew my mind because it's just like a woman going in the men's prison.
Right.
They looking at you from head to toe.
Right.
And I felt it when I went in the women's prison. And I was gonna speak. And I said, God, you got to give it to me because I got to take the focus off of me, man. I said, I can't come in here looking like no rag dog, man, because my daddy, man, owned all the hills in the world and 1,000 cattle on them. So I don't have to look like a nobody, but
Right.
I am a nobody trying to
Right.
show them somebody. So
Right.
I began to see, and man, God showed up, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And matter of fact is the story I was sharing was the issue of blood.
Right.
And I told him, I said, man, we all got issues. I
Right.
say, yeah, that story focus on the blood, but is there anybody in the house that has issues? You
Right.
know, and shift the focus. But it's
Right.
only through God, and it's
Right.
about knowing your audience, man, and
Right.
it's about being used, and
Right.
and it's a fulfillment that to me, money can't match nothing. To help somebody else
Right.
that might be thinking about canceling it out. Somebody else that say, man, I ain't gonna never be nothing. All that right there. Cause see, we all been told that.
Right.
See, we all been said you gonna die in this because they told me I wouldn't gonna make it to 40. The
Right.
Mm.
devil is a lie.
Yeah.
I'll soon be 65 in March, man. And look here, so
Yeah. But God.
so man, but God, man, I can't look here, man. And Mike, I always tell people this. The last sentence I caught was 50.
Yeah.
But man, I wasn't arrested, man. I was rescued.
Oh
Mm.
man.
Because I was rescued because my lifestyle was going to either cause me to get killed, OD in the street, man. And God saw fit. And when I seen that I wasn't arrested and I was rescued, man, the transformation. So my thought when I go back in prison or when I tell my story
Right.
is, man, to let them know. And I'm remembered of this, that when David said it was good that I was afflicted.
Right.
The 25 didn't do it. The
Yeah.
15 didn't do it.
Yeah.
The 10 didn't do it.
Right.
The 2 5-year sentences.
Right.
Barbara, when he put that mule on me,
Right.
you know, I say, man, I realized that I was broken, man,
Right.
and it's a part of my story I didn't tell, man. And this time, man, it was my middle girl was pregnant.
Right.
Mm.
I'm at 1301, and she could have a baby,
Right.
and I called and she done had the baby, and we've been talking on the phone, and I can't do it. I'm so disconnected. So I snatched the phone and take the receiver off there. And I'm saying in my mind, man, now I got to fight the whole tank, man, because
Yeah.
can't nobody call today. But I say,
Mm.
man, and then my brother seen it and he came to me. And, God has a tendency, Mike. I seen when your heart was ready.
Yeah.
See, when your heart is ready, people can see it way faster than you can. See, your heart was ready. And I knew you was coming home. I just didn't know when, didn't, but I knew it. And I knew you were gonna be the person you were because I seen the change and the transformation and what you had surrounded yourself. See, a lot of people think that it happened when we came out.
Hey,
Man,
come on, man.
man, it happened while we was in the mud, man. You know,
Preparation.
you say it's so. I have to say that in those 10 years, reading the Bible and being in the presence of the God equipped me for when I came in the streets because, like man, uh, it's usually when we go in there, as sharp as it was on the street. But when that tune changes, and you don't open up shop and you got to trust God because you ain't gonna sell no cigarettes, you ain't gonna have no weed
Right.
smuggled into you, but you gonna walk this line. See, that
Right.
started on the 50-year sentence, man, day one.
Right.
Yeah, I got saved before I got to 50. When I got to 50, man, God had to stand up and rise up in me. And so, Mike, it's just a feeling of giving back
Most definitely.
because God gave so much for us.
Yeah, man.
And if
Say,
I can just show the picture of that, man.
look, let me tell you this. What you just said, and we're gonna be closing in a minute, but I'm gonna let you close out. But see what you said about. See, so many people get it twisted. They be want to go in there and run around and play and do this and do that and think that look, the battle don't start till you hit the gate. You can say
Come
what you
on,
want.
man.
You can do
Come
what you
on,
Oh,
want.
man.
yes.
You can stand on the top of the jail and say, I'm the greatest. But when you hit those gates, that's when all the attacks come. So if you
Yeah.
don't prepare yourself for just that alone, you're going to fail. You're going to fail yourself. And
Yeah.
another thing, just like a football team, I used to tell to all four of them, I used to tell them, look, we not, when we win a championship, we're going to be the one that in practice.
Yes.
We're going to win this on the practice field. So
Yeah.
when you ask me,
Preparation.
coach, why we doing this extra? Why we doing this? You gonna win a championship? Yeah, that's why we doing it. So when we
Yeah.
win a championship, the Super Coach, you was right. Just listen to me. You think I'm doing this because I don't want to win? Nah, we
Trust the
gonna win.
process. Trust the
Yeah.
Every
process.
time we hit the field, we
Yes,
ran
sir.
circles around other teams, and they some of them still didn't catch on. Like, damn, man, we a super team. No, because y'all prepared, y'all ready. You so prepared, you don't even know you're prepared. It's just coming easy to you. Nah, it ain't coming easy. That's all them grueling practices we had
Yes.
2 months before the season started.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
Preparation.
Preparation. Preparation.
Telling you,
Man, just
man.
real quickly, man, I got to get this off my chest because I want everybody to know about and really understand the depth, the magnitude of favor. Anthony,
Mm.
I come home, man, after doing 30 years. I was home some months. I get a phone call from Brother Roberts. He said, hey, man, he said, God put this on my heart. So, I'm baffled at the time. I'm kind of scared to go outside, So I'm like, what possibly, can it be? He said, man, I'm a member of Lighthouse Church, man, Pastor Keon Henderson, and they're having a cry out. Big old massive event. He said, man, Dion gonna be there. He went to naming all of the people, man. And he said, man, God put it on my heart to give you a ticket. He said, man, I'm gonna remove me and it's you, man. God told me get that ticket to Michael Robinson. Hey, man, so now I'm blown. So, I don't know how to work my phone. So, we talking back and forth, talking with the people. They helping me download the ticket. And let me tell you what was a 1-2 punch to me, I'm talking about with big hands. The brother not only bought me a ticket, and I went in VIP, man. No, you didn't catch that. I went in VIP, and I'm talking about $300-400 ticket. And watch this here. So when I find all this out, I'm saying, Brother Roberts, man, that was gas, that was parole fees, that was a whole bunch of things I could have used that for. But that ain't what God had on his heart.
Yes, sir.
God
That's
put in
right.
his heart, send him to cry out 2024. And I went. Now, let me show you what God put in my heart. 2025.
Come on now.
I bought a ticket, a VIP. And God said, man, you went, man. You experienced it, man. Give it to somebody. Pay it forward. I don't even know the person because it wasn't about me trying to glamorize self. Man, this is strictly but God.
God.
I
Yes.
called somebody and I said, hey, man, would you like to go? And they were, we already got tickets. And so, I took them, well, let me go back to the drawing board. Let me find somebody. They called me back the next day. They said, man, we got somebody. I said, tell them, man, all I need is their email and the rest is on God, man.
Yeah.
I did that because God placed that on my heart. And what I'm
Yes.
driving at, the moral of the story is pay it forward. Brother James, your story is not your story no more.
Yes,
Your
sir.
story was regurgitated because somebody else needed to hear that. Somebody else needed to be in the presence of cry out. You just paid it forward.
Yeah.
You just
And
paid
all glory
it.
to God.
Yeah, all glory to God. All glory to God. Emphasis added. And man, I personally want to say thank you for everything that you poured into me. I thank you for picking up that phone 2, 3 in the morning, because I will get at you. You know what I'm saying? And just being an ear and giving ear and giving me back sound, godly, manly advice. Hey
Yeah.
man, you know what it's like, man. Nah, don't look back. The Bible said, put your hands on the plow and don't look back.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, thank you, man. Thank you. And having said that, just real quickly, man, I know there are a bunch of people that are watching us tonight. It would take me forever to tell you, what's baffling to me is some of the people that reach me through social media, get in my DM, and they support mindset therapy. And I want to say, I can't remember all your names, but I want to
Thank
personally say thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because it's not me, man. It's not me.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
not me. It's the God in me, man.
Amen.
It's my
Yes.
team. It's the people that are around me. What I've surrounded myself around, the people, places, and things. Mindset therapy, man. Real Talk Podcast. Boom.
Say, bro, look, man, like I said, man, it's another no hitter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't finding the baseball, bro, but I started watching the Astros, so I started learning the baseball, and I know it. No hitter is rock solid. You feel me? You done
Yeah.
pissed another one.
Yeah.
Uh, Two, everybody that support, everybody that take their time out to watch the podcast, man. You know, actions speak louder than words, and one day is gonna come a time to where action, have a chance to bust an action for you, and best believe the action is done. Because I believe in rocking how you rock. If you rock
Yeah.
like me, I'm rocking, and sometimes I find myself even rocking anyway, and I know the other person ain't gonna do it, but hey, that's just me.
Right.
But
That's right.
we appreciate it as a whole team. We appreciate it because we from the mud up. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing it for. But it's not for us. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody out there that needs to hear this, man. Beating the game. 7 steps of developing a positive mindset. If you haven't got that book, man, go get that book, man. You can DM me. DM me, you get it faster. If you go to Amazon, we having some problems on Amazon right now, but it's cool. You can go on Amazon and leave a review for sure. That would help. But if you inbox me, I would get the book to you faster than you can plug your fingers. Miss Kendra, thank you for the copying the book. I appreciate you, baby. I hope you enjoy that book and let me know what you think. Again, man, I can go on and on, but at Mindset Therapy, we help men, women, and children believe in themselves. Again, we offer 7 simple strategies developing a positive mindset, and we stand on that. Look, don't forget the workbook Beating the Game. It comes hand in hand with the actual book. Mr. Roberts, thank you for your time. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for your story. Man, we have an open door policy to OGs, triple OGs, and you got that open door to this platform
Yeah.
anytime you want. If you
But
want it
God.
by yourself, you can have it. You got that VIP, hands down. Look, that's what it is, man. Any last words you want to tell the people, man? Tell them where they can
Yeah,
reach you at.
yeah, well, you can reach me at James Roberts Logistics at yahoo.com, man, and about anything about troubled kids, about just trouble in, because one thing, God has given me a heart and a compassion for people that are troubled, man, and I can't help but to give back because God has just blessed me abundantly.
Mm,
Uh, and I'm fit to really spread abroad, man, because God is really working and setting up things for me to where I can just reach the public, man. So, because it's all about the people. It's about the young people, the old people, those incarcerated, those that are yet not to be incarcerated, because we don't want them to. We don't want them with a number. You
Right.
know, we don't want them to have to shout out 29, 39, 88. We don't want them with that right there, man.
23, 84, 55.
67, 38, 23.
Look,
About it. Appreciate it, and thank you, Mike, and
Most
thank you,
definitely.
Mr. London, man. I
man,
thank
we
you for this
love
platform,
him, man.
but I
We
thank you
love
for
him.
what y'all doing, man, because what you're doing is helping. And man, we just trying to reach the people, man. Because it say reach one and teach one, man. If we all do that, man, look here, we can take our communities back. We can take this world over, man, for Jesus.
Most definitely. But God.
Hey,
But
another thing I wanted to say before we leave, man, they got the Alabama Correctional Center. Man, if y'all haven't checked out the documentary that's on, I think it's on Netflix
Right.
and it's on Tubi too, man. Y'all check it out, man. We gotta keep those brothers in our prayers, man. All of them that's fighting for uh, fair, eradicate abuse in the prison system, man. Y'all need to check that out, follow that, man. Not just in Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, everywhere.
yeah,
You know, man, we got we got to hold those brothers down. You know how they in there. You know what going on in there. I done saw some of the worst, brutal things I didn't saw more in jail than in the street. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So to keep those brothers lifted up in our prayers, man. I want to keep the Williams family lifted up in prayer on the loss of their mother, man. Keep them prayed up, and man, everybody just God bless y'all. Y'all be safe, man. No doubt. Thank
Mm.
y'all, man. It's mindset there. Real Talk Podcast. We out.
But God.
but
But
God.
God. And stream.